Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Season A, the platform where we speak truth to power. This morning, I wanted to just look at this. What this was a few days ago, where the senators and reps they have awarded themselves 70 billion naira to enhance working conditions. You heard me right. They are awarding themselves 700 billion naira, 70 billion naira, 70 billion naira to enhance working conditions. Senators and House of Reps, right? Now, how much are they offering to us again as citizens? Is it not 8,000 naira? Wasn't it 8,000 naira if I recall? Let me get that picture out if I can. One sec, one sec. Yes, I want you to look at these two pictures I'm going to put side to side. And I want you to really think about what it says about our governance. On the one hand, the federal government is now for 6 months going to give us what? Give people, 12 million people, 8,000 naira. Yeah, per month for 6 months. 8,000 naira per month for 6 months. Running into the 500 billion naira they're talking about. Yeah. But watch this. So let me get you this figure. Let me get you this information out. I want you to watch this show slowly to tell you that we don't have a serious governance in place. I'm sorry to say it. On the evidence of what I'm seeing now, there is no serious governance. So let's open those ones. And then 1 minute. And then the other one. Okay. So you're going to see number one. Okay, not this one. Let me go back again. Sorry. This one. So we're going to put the two of them side by side. And I want you to really think about what you're saying, what you're looking at. Those of you who are going to church again, I want you to bear in mind. And I'm going to show you another picture as well. So let's do this quickly. Make that smaller. I want you to have that in the middle of it. These are the people who are working for you on your behalf. But you need to understand that they are not working for you. Okay, now let me move this one here. I'm doing this so that you can understand the power you possess and how you need to use those powers. So let me just quickly do something quickly here. There we go. So there we go. I think we got it about right. I think so. Let me just check. Okay, so I want you to see that's the sign of there. You won't be able to see it. Yeah. So now, look at the sign here. Senators and reps to get 70 billion naira to enhance working conditions, right? Yet, the citizens are going to get 12 million poor households to get 8,000 monthly. 8,000 naira. Where is the emphasis being put? In your own opinion, from what you can see on the screen, where is the effort of the government being put? Is it not on those who are oppressing the citizens? The people who are meant to be serving the citizens? Keep in mind, I'm showing you this to know that you are part of that 12 million, and in fact, it's over 200 million. You are all the people to whom sovereignty belongs. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria. That's you and me. We are sovereigns, from whom the government, these people in government, are awarding themselves money. Through this constitution derives all its powers and authority. The constitution, they derive their powers from us, the sovereigns, but they are only prepared to leave 8,000 naira a month for just 12 million of us, not the 180 million, maybe to 200 million who are in poverty. And they award themselves 70 million. 70 billion. 70 billion naira. Yeah? For the senators and House of Reps together. Well, about 500 people, including their staff. How are you reading this? I am showing you this because I want you to understand what is really going on. When they say they are working for the citizens, think again. 8,000 at 8,000 naira monthly for 6 months. Yeah? For 12 million poor. Whereas, out of the, okay, so the people who populate the Senate and House of Reps, they are of more importance, the work they're doing. And what is it, the work they're doing? The work they're supposed to be doing is to ensure that we have infrastructure, roads, water, light. They're not doing it. But I'm reminding you, those of you watching us, everybody watching, you possess the power to hold them to account. You possess the power to hold these people to account. It's time to start using it. Let me remind you of those powers again. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. That is what it states. Section 14(2)(c) goes further. How to use that power, your sovereignty, is to actively participate in your governance. And it states, participation, the participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. One of the key provisions of this constitution is that you are a sovereign, you and me. Let us join hands, hold these people to account. Let's listen a little bit more to what they're saying. 1 second, let me just check something out here. I wanted you to really have this. This is very important. Very important. So let me just do this again. Okay, so now we're going to pull away from there. We'll bring it back again. Now let's hear what they're saying.
Reps get 70 billion naira to enhance, look at that, working conditions. It just looks as if these people need this palliative much more than the regular people on the streets.
Good question. Do these people need the palliative much more than the regular people on the streets? You and I. You, remember, you are the people to whom sovereignty belongs. This one here, I'm telling you because you need to remember that. It's time we collectively act using the powers within that constitution to hold them to account through collective active participation. There's a lot of work to be done. This is injustice. This is not right. If we do not continue, if we do not begin to actively participate, I bet tens and thousands of people are already in churches across the land right now as I speak on this Sunday. But yet, the things that are impacting their lives, the government failing to provide for them, they're not attending to because they're not actively participating in their governance. They're not. I can show you pictures and videos of people going to church right now, and they are not dealing with the issues we're talking about here. Let me pause 1 second. As I was saying, today, right now, I told you the churches. This is a church in Ota that people are going to. Let's listen to what they're talking about. They're talking about Jesus Christ in the church. That's what they're talking about. Watch.
Eat fruit of the again.
You see?
That is a root destruction.
That's what they're talking about this is what they're talking about right now. Churches, right? Look at that. Now, let me show you this again. This is what the people are facing. Why is the church not talking about this? Why is the church not talking about what you're seeing on the screen? Why are the churches not talking about the fact that the senators and House of Reps are awarding themselves 70 billion naira, and they are only giving citizens 8,000 naira per month? 500 billion naira for 12 million people, 70 billion naira for less than 3,000 people, less than 2,000 people. Can you see what is going on? Can you see? This is a Sunday. Let us look around in that church. Let us go and look around in that church. I'm going to quickly just do something. I want you to look at something. Notice the people in the church. Let me see if you notice. I want you to see. Look at that. This is live. See that? See that? Look at the number of people in that church. See? This is today. Can you see what is going on? Are the churches talking about that 8,000 naira per month? But they are there telling you about Jesus Christ. I'm telling you that Jesus Christ and Imam and Muhammad, or Allah, or whatever they want to call it, they have no bearing on the suffering of the people. The church and the mosque are just business centers. Look at it. That is live pictures I am showing you. I am showing you live pictures from a church. They are not talking about the 8,000 naira per month or the 12 million people who will be getting who are getting just 8,000 naira per month, as against what 70 billion. Let us work out what 70 billion represents from the 5,000 billion. 500 billion. 500 billion. They are going to give 12 million people 500 billion naira. Is that correct? Let me just check what the government is saying here. I want to make sure I get that correct, because there is something I want to make sure that I got that information correct. But even if it's 5,000, just look at the key thing is to make this the accurate the comparison. People are waiting in the churches. These are people. Some of the people who are in this church, they will be getting this 8,000 naira a month. But the churches will say there's miracle and everything else. That's why I keep reminding you. This power is what you possess. You need to use that power. That power is what you possess. Now, I want to just check something. Okay, so I want to just check something. Quickly, I want to be able to give you a bit more info on that. Let me see. So, okay, 1 minute. 1 second, please. Just want to check something. Of course, as ever, I just wanted to see what's going on. The churches are not interested in what's happening to you. They're not going to talk about the 12 million. They're not. They're not going to talk about the 12 million. They're not. And I'm going to be writing on the screen too. I want to see people's reaction. Let me see now. I want to just see what's going on here. So 1 second. Give me a minute, please. So, anyway, I will come back to that later. But the reason I was just doing this, I was just doing some live check. But the picture you're looking at of the church is a live. These are live pictures from a church in Nigeria on the Sunday. But the churches are not talking about the 8,000 naira and what you're suffering. And I put it to you that the church has no more power. The church doesn't have the power that you possess collectively. And every time you go to a church and a mosque and you're praying, you are putting down at the door of the church and the mosque these powers that you see on the screen, and putting your hands in the hands of those who are there to put you in a state of inertia, a state in which you cannot take action against your government. You cannot take collective action to hold your governance to account using the powers that you see on the screen. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. That's the point I'm making here. And you need to use those powers. Look at, these are live pictures. Let me show you some words here. I'll play some things here. Look. See?
Whose potency
You see that?
is intact
You see?
for all
You see?
generations.
See, they are talking about all potency and everything else, all generations. What about the 8,000 naira? Incidentally, this also applies to the mosques. What are they doing? Why is it the church is not saying no? As a church, we don't support this. Why isn't the church encouraging people to actually go and exercise their constitutional powers? I'm going to do something right now. I want to do something now. I'm going to be doing something I want to be waking people up. And let's do this then. Because we need to, can no longer be silent anymore now. This shows that The church's priority is not the same as our priority. Our priority is to have infrastructure in our communities. The church's priority is to make money at the expense of we, the citizens, and not care about whether or not we have infrastructures in our community. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to start doing a few things. So I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to do this live now. So I'm talking to you. I don't know if I can, if you let me go in there. It says top chat. I see you have to be, they're censoring it. Okay, I'm going to do another way. I'll do another way. I want to try something here. Okay, 1 minute. I'll leave that on the screen. I want to test something before I do it. Test it out here first. Because what they're doing here is, frankly, a joke. I need to write something, but it won't let you write because you have to be top chatting. You have to subscribe to them, and I don't really want to. But I guess I will have to be able to make a comment. So let me just see live chats. Okay, let me just see. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to do this, and I'll make it smaller. I want to try and see if you are able to. 6,000 people are watching this right now. Yeah, subscriber only mode. They are in subscriber only mode. I'm trying to see, as you're watching, look above my head. Let me see if there's any mention of this figure here. If there's any mention, we're not making any assumptions. Let us see if there's any mention of this 8,000 naira per month in those churches. We know who those people are. But anyway, is there any mention of the 8,000 naira per month? No. Look at the amount of people. And the government is only, this is injustice. That's why I tell you, you need to exercise these powers that we possess. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derive all its powers and authority. The Bible has no power on your land, has no power over you, neither does the Quran. Because the only thing that has power over you is this constitution, this 1999 constitution, with the powers within it. And the power that, and it confers on you powers that you have so far have refused to use. I'm going to come back on a live broadcast and talk about this. So I'm going to try and see something. Once I'm in here, I'm going to, for the purposes of what we're trying to do here, follow. I'm going to subscribe because I want to start putting information onto the board, and let's see what happens. I'm going to put information on the board and let us see what happens. Let us see. Comments are turned off. Oh, so they've turned off comments on this one. So let us see. See now. You see? Look at that. You see? But they are not talking about the 8,000 naira. They're not talking about that. The churches should let you know that you possess these powers. The churches should let you know that these powers are the powers that you possess collectively. If they're really out for your interest. I'm going to do this on the live broadcast again. But let me just see what happens here. I don't want to hide the chat. I want to try and see. So comments are turned off. During the live broadcast, it's turned off. So let's go back in again. Hide chat? No, I don't want to hide chat. I want to, no. Comments are turned off. So you can't comment directly. Comments are turned off on that chat. Sorry, let me go back again. Sorry about this. I'm going to make it smaller. Go back again. I need to find it for you. Sorry. I was trying to get that right, but 1 minute, 1 second, please. So let me go back here. 1 second, please. Okay, go back in there. Okay. So we're just checking a few things here. So we're going to go back in. Give me 1 sec, please. Give me 1 sec. So we're back again. This is what the churches are talking about. They're talking about this. But these are what people are suffering from. People are suffering from injustice. Why aren't the churches letting you know about these powers? Why not?
So we must honor not
Why
just
not?
by giving them
You see?
things.
So I'm going to mute it. So they are talking, they just They're not connecting. What they are taking, they're there to occupy your mind. They should be telling you about these powers. They should be encouraging you to exercise these powers. So I'll bring that to us. I'm going to do a program about that. I'm going to show you as we're speaking now, right now, to show you what is going on. So let us quickly go back again. Here we go. 1 second, please. 1 second, please. So let me just quickly do this. I'm going to listen to this porn for a bit.
Right there. What is it? But 70 billion naira to enhance working conditions? What kind of working conditions are they going through, please? Can somebody enlighten me on this? I need to know.
You see?
Look at the highlights.
You see that?
It's height of insensitivity.
Yes.
CSOs. Fund is for National Assembly, not us,
You see?
lawmakers.
Excuses. Excuses. You see?
Article kicks as Senate approves Tinubu's $800 million loan. You don't know whether to laugh or what when you see this. It's for National Assembly, not us.
You see?
What's National Assembly? What, the seats, the chairs?
You
Not
see?
the lawmakers?
Listen. Listen to the whole story.
All right. Goodness.
I don't
This
know.
is-
Part of me, wants to put kerosene inside. I hear your lighting, but no. Another part is saying, no, we hear them out. Let's hear them out.
You see?
completely,
You see what he's trying to say now? It's not even funny.
Because indeed, the National Assembly is bigger than just the how many members are there now? 360 plus 109. It's
That is
bigger
what
than
is-
that. There is a whole commission that runs the National Assembly. They have institutions attached to the National Assembly. Now, whether this 70 billion is going to extend to
See that?
these other,
I just want you to see those
commissions
two.
and
I'm
other
showing you.
arms, it's unclear. For instance, Niels, they've
See?
been building their office, which president commissioned, by the way. How come they haven't moved in? I don't know.
See?
They have the National Assembly Service Commission. Will it also extend to them? I don't know. So let's hear them out first. Let's not jump to conclusions before,
Well, it's already been concluded here to enhance working conditions.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So what?
Will
What
it
else?
include their aides and they're new members. A lot of them are new members. Majority of the people who have come in are new members. So a lot of them do not have accommodation. A lot of them do not have, there's still going to be vehicles that will be purchased, etc., etc. As I said, usually it's the poor kerosene in the fire, but let's hear them out.
Well, clearly, there's enough to go around.
Indeed.
70 billion naira. That's
So they are giving, so the government of the day is giving 70 billion naira to less than 1,000 people. But they are giving 8,000 naira for 6 months to 12 million people. How is that fair? Because it's 500 billion naira they're going to share. How is that fair? How is that fair? How is it fair that those in governance are getting more money than the people that they're meant to serve? And they are not, and I mean, the amount that they're getting is close to 10% of what they are giving to 10 million people for just barely 1,000 people. Or even I think even 500. Let me do this. I'm going to come back on the live broadcast on this one. I have to. And I want us to really be very, very aware of what is being said here. Because we cannot be silent. And the churches are not helping. So, anyway, I'm putting that out there. Let's hear what they're saying, and I will, come back on the live broadcast.
We'll see some of. I think they will be trying to see the breakdown as well of this one. But there you go. I'd like to hear what you think of it, anyways.
You see?
If you don't mind. And then NCAA.
So, that's the question I have for you. How is it okay for about less than 500 people to get 70 billion naira, but 12 million people are being given 8,000 naira per month? How is that fair? Is that good governance? Is that good governance? I'm asking you. What are your thoughts? Let me show you the pictures. I'm going to leave these pictures on the screen so that you can decide for yourself. And the question also for the churches. I'm going to put the powers, I'm putting the powers in between. To put a stop to all of this injustice, you need to do something, which is to exercise these powers. To put an end to this injustice, this blatant injustice. So let me just do something quickly here. I'm going to do something and I want you to confirm it. So they are giving 500 billion naira to 12 million people. The government is giving 500 billion naira to 12 million people. And then they are giving to the National Assembly members, to barely 500 people, 70 billion naira. Now let's see how much 70 billion naira. Let me see. So, wow. It is incredible. It is incredible what we're looking at. You know, it is incredible what we're looking at. It is absolutely incredible. I'm struggling to really say the words because it is quite sad. It is really quite sad. You know, let me just check something. I'm going to do it on the screen, but I want to do it here first. I want to do something here. I want to get to so you understand what's going on. One minute, please. I've got something going on my screen here. So I'm just trying to just check something. I'll do it on the screen first. I want to check it first before I say anything. Then I'll come back to you and see. I want to just give you this to make sure that it is, you know, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. So up to less than 500 people are getting 70 billion naira. Yet 12 million people are expected to live for 6 months on 8,000 naira a month, which is 500 billion naira. How is that fair? That's why I encourage you, exercise these powers here. Exercise these powers, my people. These two powers, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. Section 14(2)(c). The participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. We have to have active participation in our governance. And as you've already seen in the picture, in the video that I showed you earlier on, I showed you a live picture. This is the churches. The churches are there telling you stories. See? See? Look at that. They're telling you stories in the churches. They are all standing around. They are looking here and there. But they don't care about the fact that citizens are only getting this. Can you see the injustice? Can you see? So, please, the question is, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. Use these powers, my people. I will come back on a live broadcast and talk about this, but I'm going to share it. I'm going to share the screen like I've done before. and I want you to see that the churches are colluding in your oppression. I'm sorry to say it, but that is the reality. And unless and until we confront that, nothing's going to change. So we're going to do this. I want to put this there so you can see everything that's been done. So I'm putting that there so you can see. I'm trying to make it small. 1 minute. So there you go. So I need you to understand. The reason I'm doing this is particularly for you to understand. Look at that. Look at the churches talking to you about God, kingdom of God, and all of that. And look at the suffering that they've 12 million people out of 180 million people. The government is not sincere about dealing with your concerns. It is that much is evident. Anyway, you're watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment. I'll come back and I'll talk to you. You're, of course, watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll back later on. Before we go, let me just, we will come back and talk some more. But thank you for watching. Please don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. You can see I'm a bit lost for words. That's why. Subscribe for Citizen AY, hit the notification button, and of course, give us a thumbs up. So please go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY, hit the notification button, finally give us a thumbs up. Help us reach more people. This is sheer injustice, and we need to address it. The churches are preaching, they're spewing lies. They're not dealing with your reality. Your reality is that the government of the day is giving you less than, they're giving 7% of what they are giving to the people is going to 500 less than 500 million 500 National Assembly members, and the rest of us are expected to live on less than that, significantly less amount, 8,000 naira a month. They are giving 70 billion to 500 people, and they are giving 12 million of us, just 12 million are given 500 billion naira to live on for 6 months. How is that fair? How is that fair? And the churches do nothing. Anyway, the prayers don't mean anything. What is most important is for you to know that sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers. Please, when you get the broadcast, please do share, and share. I'll come back on a live broadcast and we'll talk about this in more detail. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll back later on. Thank you for watching, and bye for now. Please leave comments. Let's hear from you. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll back later on. Thank you and bye for now.